Currently, on a global level, what is the matter between the Jewish community plus Christian backers and America plus Europe backers? The real mastermind behind this is Zionist Jews, and the rest of the high-ranking Christians who are 100% in favor of Jews are Protestants. Protestantism was created by the Jews. They started the practice of usury in Europe. Usury is forbidden there, in Judaism and Christianity both. They established the first bank, the Bank of England. When they instigated a revolt against the church, the first revolt in Britain led to the Church of England becoming separate. The Jews declared that this is our modern Israel, that God has given us this Israel. Shortly after, these same seeds were sown and they settled in America. The Jews said about America, this is another Israel, our original modern Israel is here. That's why they have gained power there, the strength they have, the amount of wealth they have accumulated there, the way they have gripped it, becoming like the arteries of the world. Exactly 100 years ago, Allama Iqbal came. After witnessing this, who else was there to see what was happening, what was behind the scenes, what was in front, what was behind the curtain? Then the arteries of the world became Jewish. At that time, the leader was Britain, the empire on which the sun never set. Today, that leader is America. Britain is now like the nursery rhyme, London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. Britain has no status as a world power. America has kept it as a younger brother. In that capacity, it has some status, but no other status. Nevertheless, behind both of them is the mastermind, Zionist Jews, planning and scheming. America most of all, then Britain. And within them, the real Protestants, especially the evangelicals, the born-again Christians, the neoconservative Christians, all of these are essentially given a new name, Christian Zionists. Not all Jews are Zionists. There are Jews who oppose Zionism. I met Dr. Vishwanathan in Houston, a very big professor emeritus, a Jew. But he said in our meeting we had invited a Jew, a Christian and a Muslim to speak. He said we are not supporting Israel. The Christian professor who came also said we are not supporting Israel. Similarly, at a roundtable conference I attended, there were Jewish professors, history professors. I forget his name, but he said, I am anti-Zionist. I am against Zionism. Zionism is actually a movement of secular Jews, and its biggest supporters are Christian Zionists sitting in America. Catholics are not as pro-Jewish. Now, gradually, they are also joining in. Europe is mostly Roman Catholic. You must have heard the phrase that Turkey, our country, keeps trying to enter the European Union. Once, Jean-Claude Juncker said a very nice sentence, why doesn't Turkey understand that we are a Christian club? This European Union is a Christian club. Why does a Muslim want to come in? Why does he want to enter? Why doesn't Turkey understand that we are a Christian club? But these are Roman Catholics, and I will tell you about them later. You know that Europe generally has not supported Israel as much as it used to. To some extent, they have had a soft corner for Arab causes. This has also been the case with Iran, where America wants to take strong action, but they don't agree with it. There is a slight difference. I will explain the basis for it later. Their agenda is, understand, twofold. Like two ropes intertwined, first, to gain control over the Islamic world's material and financial resources, especially oil. This is their current agenda in terms of worldly wealth and resources. Of course, they aim higher for the entire world, but that's for later. Currently, they are not provoking Russia or China. China is their biggest business partner. They are gradually bringing China into their line. Now, it's just that a one-party government remains there, a relic of the communist era, but their economy has already come under their control. The second agenda is to not allow any opportunity for Islam to emerge as a system of life anywhere in the world. Zionist, this is the agenda. These two are intertwined like strands woven together, that the political, social, and economic system of Islam should not come into being anywhere, lest the secret of the Prophet be revealed, lest the secret become apparent, lest the Sharia of the Prophet come before the world, lest the system of the Prophet come. Allama Iqbal says, 100 times more cautious than the stone, O guardian of the name, O man of action, man of fire. This economic system has become a message of death for every new form of slavery. He gathers and concentrates wealth, purifying it from every impurity, and makes the trustee of wealth trustworthy. You are the trustees of wealth, not the owners. And what greater revolution of thought and action is there than that this earth belongs to Allah, not to kings? Lest this system come into being, this is the danger they are feeling. But what is the situation, lest the secret of the Prophet's Sharia become apparent anywhere? Keep the matter in such a way that the believer himself is deprived of certainty. It is a blessing that the believer himself is deprived of certainty. If we get any support, it is from the fact that even the nominal Muslims have faith in their system. They have faith in prayer, they have faith in fasting. They also give zakat, to whom Allah gives the ability He gives. They perform Hajj and Umrah. All of this is there, but it is a blessing that they remain hidden from the eyes of the world. Iblis says, this eye should remain hidden from the world. It is a blessing that the believer himself is deprived of certainty. For us, if there is any breathing space, it is this: the believer is deprived of certainty. Now, what is the Jewish agenda? First of all, the World Bank, IMF, globalization, TRIPS. Through all these tactics, global financial exploitation, which will be under the control of America. In the eyes of the Jews, the entire non-Jewish population is considered as animals, non-human beings. They are agents, they are animals in human form, just as it is the right of humans to exploit and use animals. You keep a horse tied up, you plough the field with an ox. Just as that is a right, so is our right to exploit all the resources of the world. Just as horses and oxen need to be given fodder, give them also something. Let the entire non-Jewish population become workers, become animals, become slaves without conditions. Deprive them of moral values, destroy the family system. All the protocols of the elders of Zion are present. In 1897, Nathan passed a program in Basel, a city in Switzerland. The protocols of the elders of Zion make them animals. Just keep taking work from animals. Yes, leave some portion of their earnings for them so that they also remain alive. After all, how else will they work? And the real cream, skim it off through your system. The World Bank, IMF, Stock Exchange, TRIPS, globalization, Through this, global financial exploitation. Number 2, one is their global agenda. The second agenda is local. What is that? The establishment of Greater Israel, which will include the entire fertile area of Egypt, the Delta region, where the king at the time of Hazrat Yusuf, peace be upon him, was not from the family of pharaohs, he was an Arab. Someone had brought Hazrat Yusuf's family and settled them there in the best part of Goshen. They say, it is ours, we lived there for many centuries, Iraq is ours, we were imprisoned there. Mesopotamia, the northern part of Arabia, is ours. There were Jewish forts in Khaybar, and in Medina there were 3 Jewish tribes whom Muhammad, peace be upon him, expelled. Jordan, some part of Turkey is also ours. The rest of Lebanon and all of Palestine, all of this will form Greater Israel. This is the local agenda. Armageddon, which the Prophet, peace be upon him, called Al-Malhama Al-Kubra, the Great War, the horror and devastation of which can be estimated from this. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, if a father has 100 sons or a grandfather has 100 grandsons, 99 of them will be killed. Only one will survive. And in another place he said, there will be so many deaths, so many corpses, that even a fastidious bird which does not want to land on filth, one that is not like crows, kites, or vultures, which search for filth to eat corpses, will not be able to land. That bird, the fastidious bird, will not be able to land. It will keep flying, but the series of corpses will not end, until, tired and exhausted, it falls on the corpses. This is not obedi far off, because the Jews and the Protestant Christians are in complete agreement on this. Armageddon, which you can call World War III, Al-Malhama Al-Kubra, will come. As a result of this, Greater Israel will be formed.